Alright, welcome to a little flight simulator video I'm going to do. Today, we're going to be flying out of China, and I'll show you where we're going to be at. Let's turn off that GPS tracking real quick. That's where we are right now, and up in the northern part of China. We want to see something special, so that's the whole point. And so as I get started up here, I'll go ahead and do a pushback, I guess. Brakes on. Turn the brake off. These dingbats are going to screw up this pushback. They always do. Let's see what they do. He'll come in on the side of the wheel or something. I don't get it because it's a default airplane. Maybe they fixed it. Yeah, it looks like they fixed it. Every other time I try to do a pushback, it always caught the side of the wheel somehow and then popped into place. I don't know where that bus is going, but whatever. And we got active taxi on, or whatever the hell they call it in this. I can steer on the ground. Oh, actually, I think I've got to be in the cockpit in order to steer on the ground, which is kind of dumb. I don't know what's up with that, but it doesn't seem to really let me. I'm using the rudder. It doesn't work. Whatever. Just get off me. Come on, get out of my way. I'll follow that bus. Flying to Cirrus today. We'll see if this one can get up in the air and get some altitude and whatnot, because where we're going is going to have to be pretty high up. Way up in the mountains here. I guess we're going to have to go down to the end of the runway and turn around and leave. I don't know which way is the shortest way. I think I'll go this way. I'm not going to use any ATC because I don't care. Yeah, I really don't care about that either. Alright, let's just go ahead and turn her around now. Chiangbai. That's where we're going. Some people might know it as Mount Paektu, the North Korean-China border. Depends on what side of the border you live on, apparently. From what I understand, the Koreans find it to be extremely offensive that the Chinese call it something different, as they call it Paektu, or Paektu-san. Get off the ground. That makes me look stupid. Not used to flying this. I think it's actually the first time I've flown this airplane in FS 2020, whatever you want to call this. Let's trim it out a little bit. Which way are we going? There we go. There's where we're going. I don't know if I actually put any flaps on or not. I don't think I did. Well.
Shenyang Center, Cirrus Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra is type Cirrus SR22, 2 miles north of November Bravo Sierra. Request flight following. Cirrus Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, Shenyang Center. Squawk 144 tree.
We might have to fly around in circles a little bit to get up on top of that mountain, because it's, from what I understand, it's about 12,000. According to Wikipedia, its elevation is 9,003 foot, but you need to get up over about 10.5 in order to really crest the top of it and be able to get in the middle of it. I've flown over here one time before. Well, did it last night in a Cessna 172. It's a really cool visual. It's not quite right, but I think it's worth seeing. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else on YouTube has done it yet. If this doesn't take too long, I might do a flight over Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines also. This mountain is the highest mountain on the Korean Peninsula, and the Koreans regard it as sacred. North Koreans claim that Kim Il-sung had his base camp in there when he was fighting the Japanese and whatnot, which I find to be kind of, I don't know about that. I mean, the average temperature is about 23 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets up to about 64, but it's, the lowest recorded temperature has been negative 60. It's, average temperature in January is negative 11 Fahrenheit and about 50 degrees in July, which, I mean, it's just pretty cold up there. And I guess, obviously winter's going to last a long, long time, so I don't think that, they may have stayed up there for a little while, but I don't think they stayed up there indefinitely or for a extended period. Either way, it's really cool. It's a neat place. I've seen it on YouTube videos where people have gone to North Korea and they've gone to the top of it, and people, from China have climbed to the top of it and everything. There's a caldera lake at the top, and it's, it's just a really, really nice looking landscape up there. So I want to showcase that. Hopefully people will like that. If not, then I guess you don't care about nature or anything, or just how good Flight Sim looks, because this looks really good. And this is sunrise also. I'm flying on local time. I got the weather set to clear, because apparently the weather can get pretty nasty up here, and I'm not really sure exactly what the forecast is for today there. But I don't really want to get beat all around. This thing's definitely climbing better than that 172 did. I like this plane. I think I might actually be able to do a straight run at it. Last night when I did it, I had to circle the mountain in and out of North Korea a couple different times in order to get to the top. The landscape here is really, really nice, though. They say this is an active volcano, but the lake here was created like 1,000 years ago, on 946. So I don't know how active it is. It's called a stratovolcano because of the elevation of it. Apparently there was an eruption in 1668, 1702, and 1903. There's a team of volcanologists studying it right now. Apparently they've been seeing an uptick in activity, I guess, around the volcano. The North Koreans claim that in order to get to the top of it, it takes 216 steps. And that's because Kim Jong-il, his birthday was February 16th, so obviously he's a divine leader of North Korea. I mean, I think Kim Il-sung is the eternal emperor. Not exactly sure. Korea fascinates me. It's so weird, but Juche is one of those things that, and it's their own brand of communism. They've got a whole belief system set up and all that. And by all accounts, their people really believe it, but then again, it's hard to tell. When there's an authoritarian government, you can't really believe what the people say. I always looked at North Korea as being this dark, desolate place. I don't know what I thought, but in all the documentaries I've seen of it, I mean, it's got a nice facade and all that, and there's definitely squalor, but there's some really, really nice areas in North Korea, and it's just a shame that they're so alone in the world, and they won't play ball with the rest of the world and actually, come into the 21st century. I mean, they are in the 21st century to a certain degree, but at the same time, they're also so insular that they just, it's their own version of it. It's the best I can say. So China owns about 40% of this lake, and North Korea owns about 60%. Not exactly that, but that's about it. And this is a place where a lot of South Koreans come to take a look at, their country, because the one thing about Koreans that I know is that every one of them, even the North and the South, they want the country unified. The difference is they can't agree on who's going to be in power of it, who's going to be in control of it once it is unified. But for the meantime, the South Koreans come up here to take a look at the lake and all that, and see, because this place is sacred to them. But I mean, look at the landscape here. That's awesome. There's a bunch of waterfalls that come off of it also. I believe right down here is the base camp that they claim where Kim Il-sung directed his military operation. I believe that's what that is. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure. What I am sure about is there's not all these trees on the summit. They don't exist. I've seen pictures of it and I've seen it in video. Those don't exist in real life. But we're definitely over North Korea now. And they've got some buildings up here where you come up here and pay your respects to the Kims, I'm sure. Let me turn around and maybe see some more. I don't think that Flight Sim has the waterfalls modeled and whatnot, but I mean, you can definitely see water coming off there. I guarantee that's a waterfall there. I'd like to see that rendered, but I guess that's not within the capabilities just yet. I bet it's really beautiful there in real life. And if any Koreans or Chinese happen to see this, and I've mispronounced things, I apologize, but it's not my language. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hell, I don't even speak English the way the English do, so what are you going to do about it? But over here, there's a cut right over here that I noticed last night, and they've got, I believe it's a hydroelectric dam or something. I'm not 100% sure on it. I've seen, it's the North Slope, I know that, but I'm looking at a picture of it right now, but it looks like just a walking trail with a river coming off of it. But there's definitely yeah, there's a waterfall up there at the top of it. But yeah, there's a North Slope down here, and I'm going to say that that's the Chinese side. Not 100% sure on that, but there's definitely a waterfall up in this area where all these trees are on here. But it's really a nice place. Like I said, I do think it's a shame that North Korea is not accessible to most of the people in the world. They probably have an awful lot to offer, especially in tourism dollars and whatnot. If they just, I don't know how easy is it to ask somebody to abandon their traditions that they've had. It's only been what 70 years, I think, since the Kims took over and everything. But I mean, they're the people in the country are so isolated that they don't know any different, and I just don't see it. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Either the world's going to have to accept them for who they are, or they're going to have to either remain insular or change their ways a little bit. But I don't know. Like, how do you? I just don't understand how you ask somebody to just completely change who they are. The Kims aren't going to do it. So what about the people? And that's only going to happen if they get tired enough of their shit. But things have been getting better in North Korea over the last 25 years or so since the famine. And Kim Jong Un has made some inroads with diplomacy and whatnot. Things have definitely gotten better over the last 3 or 4 years. I don't know. I don't know if they've gotten better for the people day to day, but they've definitely gotten better, you know, diplomacy wise. But while that's gotten better, relations with China have gotten worse. So I don't know. I really think it's a shame that we can't have. I don't want a one world government because that's dangerous. But it would be nice if people on this planet can play nice with each other. I'll fly over it one more time. Look at the reflection of the sun. It's really nice. This new flight sim is definitely 1,000 steps above, FSX, and a good cut above it, X-Plane also. X-Plane is nice. Definitely got a good flight model and everything, and there's a lot of add-ons and all that, but I mean, for VFR flying right now, this is where it's at. Even if it's not not exactly accurate, VFR flying, I mean, this really looks good. I don't know if I can find my way back to the airport. I'm sure. I mean, I know it's due west, but anyway, I thought people would like to see a nice glimpse of this place because it's not talked about a whole lot. But every time I've seen it in documentaries or whatever, it's one place I've always wanted to go to and see. I doubt they'll ever get there in real life, but virtual life, yeah, I'm here. Look at this little observatory right there. There's no way somebody's living up there, I promise you that. It's got to be a government building. Anyway, I don't think I'll make you watch me fly all the way back. I mean, maybe a few more minutes just taking in the scenery and whatnot, but there's no sense in watching me fly all the way back to the airport and landing because I probably won't land. I'll probably just cut it off. Maybe I'll do a flight around some other places in China, Shanghai, Beijing. Obvious place would be Wuhan, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be a dick. Oh yeah, I am. I've always been that way, but I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments, and maybe you'd like to see more. I think I'll cut this one off. I probably will do a Pinatubo flight. Maybe today and post it at the same time, but I'll definitely do that. Anyway, say goodbye to the mountain, and I will see you folks in the next one.